Coach, start off in the summer?
Yeah, there were some bright spots, but at the end of it, we're disappointed with the loss. I thought we came out tenaciously in the second half and built that 9-point lead, but Cal Baptist counterpunched, and then we never got back in the game. After their surge, they really didn't look back. Disappointed with the rebounding. We were minus 21 on the boards. We weren't able to find a groove or a flow from behind the three-point line. We are 3 of 22, kind of anemic numbers in terms of our three-point shooting, and that's something this team has done well until tonight. And because they were more aggressive, being plus 21 on the boards, and they really put the ball down low in the paint, and they got on the offensive glass, they were plus 10 on offensive rebounding. And conversely, we weren't getting on the boards or getting second shot opportunities. So we're looking forward to getting Gavin Ripp back soon, who will give us some size. We're hoping to get Alejandro Aviles back as well, so it bolsters our front line depth. Ty Lauer, I thought, played well in stretches, had one of his better games since he's been at USD. But we didn't have the balanced scoring, and that's so important for us. Got some guys that are, fighting some flus and colds and whatnot, but it's got to be a next man up. And we got to find guys that can contribute so we can, get back to the winner's circle, and that starts with practice and watching film and getting ready for Long Beach State on Sunday.
How encouraged were you by that first half?
Yeah, I thought there were some good things in the first half in terms of moving the ball. We had 12 assists. We ended up with 17 assists in the game. So in the second half, we weren't moving the ball. We weren't executing, at the level we need to. And again, I want to give Cal Baptist credit. They did some really good things, and they had to overcome some of their injuries, and they found a way. And I think, they were tougher on the boards and more tenacious. And that's something we still have to address. We've got to improve in that. We're going to be challenged in that regard every game the rest of the way. And so it's a headline as we roll into practice in terms of what we need to do to get better.
What can we expect of Long Beach State Sunday, first true road game?
Well, they're going to be hungry because, they've been challenged this season in terms of getting to the winner's circle. So we have to come back with a more sustained effort. We're not the first team, won't be the last team that is focused on sustaining a level of effort and execution. And in stretches, we play really well, but we need to sustain it. We're looking at different combinations to put on the floor. We've got some units that we have more confidence in at the defensive end of the court, and then we've got some groups that we have more confidence in when it comes to the offensive end of the court. But this is a, two-way situation. We need offense and defense. It's not like football where you can send your defensive unit in and then, send your offensive unit in. We've got to be able to play well at both ends of the floor. We're not getting it done. It begins with our interior in terms of controlling the backboards and not being punished. When we have stretches where we're hemorrhaging, it's because of the backboards. So we've worked on box out drills. We've broken it down in film. We've done a great amount of time and energy has been spent in that regard. And it's a combination. Sometimes we're not boxing out. Sometimes we're not pursuing the ball. Sometimes we're not getting to those 50-50 balls. And of course, we got to look at playing Pete more frequently. He didn't play today. He's coming off fighting a cold or a flu. He missed a couple practices. But we'll watch film and probably, since we were playing some 2-3 zone, Pete at the rim with his size is someone that can help us, and we'll have to look at that moving forward in preparation for the Long Beach State game.
All right, thank you, Coach.
Okay.